After, sitting around and talking to my family, my coaches, as I said, I decided to come back for for another season.
Those words back in January were like sweet music to SMU football fans.
Courtland Sutton, look out for SMU this year. You will hear his name a lot this year.
And with the lure of the National Football League, a tough decision for Sutton, but a carefully thought out one.
Being a 21-year-old, I thought that I was really ready to, but having such a strong support group around me, Coach Morris, Coach Stepp, my parents, having them around me to help make that decision, it made it a lot easier.
So the three-time all-conference wide receiver and sport management major came back for some unfinished business on the field and the promise of a diploma from SMU in just 3.5 years.
I tell people all the time, the biggest thing for me was to be able to say that I graduated and not have to worry about trying to come back once I made that leap into my next job career. And so to be able to have that degree, that's something that no one will be able to take away once my playing career is over. The power that the SMU degree brings, and then having that SMU ring, I think that's something that is very powerful, not only in Dallas, but in the state of Texas. And if you tap into the resources of SMU, you'll be able to be successful for a very, very long time.
On the field, the 6'4" Sutton, blessed with size, speed, and great hands, had another dazzling year.
Breaks a tackle at the 45, and he's gone! Left first half, pitch looking left on a fade route, caught, touchdown! Down the right sideline, Sutton has a step, Sutton has his second touchdown!
Sutton's dream of winning a title with his senior teammates didn't materialize, but a winning record in the school's first bowl game in 5 years did. So too did an invitation to the Senior Bowl.
It's very surreal. You kind of have to step back and look at it and like, wow, like look where God has brought me, and look what the opportunities that I have right now. But to be able to get invited to the Senior Bowl, it kind of allows you to understand that you're top of the top.
SMU's Senior Day will forever be etched in Sutton's memory, in part because he was surrounded by the love of his family, but also because of the wild finish on the last play of his last home game.
For that to be our last game in Ford, I know I will never forget it, and that's something I'll get to tell my kids the story about how we won a game last second, literally on the last inch on my senior night. That's awesome. It's a way to go out for sure.
The victory over Tulane assured SMU of a winning record and featured Sutton's pass-catching skill at its finest, topped by an amazing one-handed grab across his body.
Every Sunday, there's a part of practice that we literally just go over and practice one-hand catches. Once I threw my hand up there, I knew I was going to be able to catch it, just because looking at the way the ball was spinning and the angles, like you kind of just, like I said, once you do it so many times, it kind of just happens. So it was definitely awesome.
Fellow All-Conference and All-America wide receiver Trey Quinn had a breakout record-setting year and relished the chance to play opposite the player he says is like Hercules.
First, that's the first time I realized that we're not all created equal, man, because you see him in a weight room and he's pushing around some weight. The dude's got a really blessed body for this position, this sport. It's awesome. I've learned a lot just through the practices that we spent together and the off-field time that we spent together as a team.
Sutton, meanwhile, gives thanks to God, family, his coaches, and a great support team at SMU for all of his success as an athlete and student, where in his final semester as a Mustang, he challenged himself by taking piano.
I didn't know anything. I had never read music before. I've never taken any type of musical class. Ultimately, the class has been a great experience, and I get to play Lean on Me for my final, which is going to be interesting. My professor, she's definitely pushing me beyond my limits to be able to learn this and be good at what I'm doing. So it's turning out to be a fun adventure.
Fun and exciting days indeed for Sutton, who will be at the top of some NFL team's draft chart next spring. Maybe even the Cowboys.
Man, the Cowboys have always been my team. My dad and my grandpa made me into the Cowboys fan I am today. And if it happens, it'll be a true honor and a blessing to be able to play for them. But whatever happens, happens. But it will be really nice.
From that early touchdown bomb against Baylor to his 4-touchdown game against North Texas, SMU fans won't ever forget number 16, who would like his legacy to be more than just leaving it all out there on the football field.
God-fearing, honest, loving, and dedicated person, and a person that just loved being around other people and loved being able to help others no matter what the situation was. And I hope that whenever I leave here, people can say that I upheld that gold standard every single day.